My beloved child, today, will you set aside your daily worries and give me a moment of your time? I long for closeness and a deep connection with you more than anything else. I know that in recent days, you have unintentionally placed me in a hidden corner of your mind, swept away by worries and busyness. I hear your whispered words. I'm too busy today, maybe tomorrow. I understand that life is filled with responsibilities and challenges, and you constantly have to keep up with the passage of time. But it is in these very moments that I long for you to remember me even more. Each day, you walk along the paths of life, surrounded by chaotic sounds and worldly distractions. Messages flood in from all directions, friends, work, and even the silent fears that life brings. I understand all of this. I do not expect you to listen to me every single minute of the day, for I know life often pulls you into an endless whirlwind. But when you completely forget about me, when you let worries and busyness fill your soul, leaving no room for me in your heart, it grieves me. Do you know that these very things are the tests of faith you face each day? I do not expect you to abandon everything, but I wish you would place me above all these daily concerns. I'm not angry with you as you might think, but I want you to realize one thing, that the time you set aside for me, even if just for a brief moment, is how you show your love and reverence for me. My beloved child, through today's message, I hope you will acknowledge that you care about me. Even if you cannot spend long hours with me, simply admitting, Lord, I'm so busy today, but I still remember you, is enough to keep our connection alive. I do not demand perfection from you. I do not require you to kneel for hours or read every page of the Bible daily. I only need your heart to be turned toward me, even in the briefest moments. Do you know? Just one small whisper from you can light up all of heaven. When you say, Lord, I miss you, my heart overflows with joy. You don't need lengthy or perfect prayers. Your sincerity is what I treasure most. I do not expect elaborate rituals. I only long for closeness, for your presence in our relationship. My beloved child, when you overlook me, it is not just I who grieves. You are also missing out on the source of strength and peace that I am always ready to give you. In this ever-changing life, you cannot walk alone without my guidance and protection. I do not want you to bear burdens on your own. I am here to share, to lift you up, and to hold you in my arms during your most weary moments. Do you remember in the Bible when Martha was busy with housework while Jesus visited? She was worried and bustling, while Mary chose to sit at his feet and listen to his words. Martha did nothing wrong by serving, but Jesus said that Mary had chosen the better part, the part that would not be taken away from her. You too, my beloved child, remember that no matter how important your work may be, spending time with me is the most precious thing you can do. I understand that there are days when you feel so exhausted that you can't even open the Bible or pray. But just a whisper, a glance toward me, or even a small thought like, Lord, I know you are here, is enough for me to feel your love. You don't need to do something grand to impress me. Your sincerity alone brings a smile to my face. My beloved, admitting that you don't have time at certain moments does not make you weak in my eyes. On the contrary, it shows that you are still aware of my presence in your life. That humility keeps your heart soft and your spirit close to me. When you confess to me, Lord, today I didn't spend enough time with you. I am neither angry nor do I punish you. I see it as a sign of a repentant heart, one that longs to be near me. My beloved, I call you back to me every day. Don't let the busyness of life steal the precious relationship between us. I do not ask you to change immediately or become perfect overnight. I only want you to open your heart little by little, day by day, so I can step in and renew your soul. Remember this. The relationship between you and me is not built on perfection, but on perseverance and faithfulness. I do not expect you to always be right, never stumble, or be unwaveringly strong. I know well that you are human, with your limits, weaknesses, and times of going astray. I know your life isn't always smooth, and there are moments when you feel drained, lost, or even doubt your own faith. But what I long for from you is not perfection, but a heart that continually turns back to me. When you fall, what matters is not how many times you fall, but whether you rise and continue walking. I want you to understand that faith is not a smooth path. It is a journey filled with challenges. But it is in those moments when you feel the weakest, when you have no strength left to continue, that I will be your source of strength. My child, perseverance in love and faith does not mean you never doubt or face difficulties. It is the ability to hold on to faith even when everything around you seems to collapse. It is when you choose to trust in me even when you don't understand all that is happening. Perseverance is when you continue to pray even when you don't receive an immediate answer. It is when you still open the Bible each day, even if your heart feels empty, just to seek a small ray of light in the darkness. My beloved, I do not measure our relationship by perfect moments. I measure it by how you return to me after each stumble. Like the father in the story of the prodigal son, I am always ready to run and embrace you when you decide to come back. I do not look at the time you have been away from me. I look at the moment you turn around and seek me once again. You must understand that perseverance is not easy. This world is full of temptations that easily distract you from me. There will be days when you feel farther from me than ever, when the burdens of life and challenges make you think I have forgotten you, but I have never left you. It is in those moments when you feel the loneliest that I am closest to you, waiting for you to call upon me. My beloved child, I know there are days when you feel unworthy. You may think you've done too many wrong things to return to me, but remember this. I do not love you because you are worthy. I love you because you are my child. My love for you does not depend on your actions, but on my very nature. I love you when you succeed, and I love you when you fail. I love you in your strength, and I love you in your weakest moments. I do not expect you to always be steadfast, to never stumble or make mistakes. I know well that your life is filled with challenges and distractions. I understand your burdens, the piling responsibilities and the struggles that weary your soul. I see the tears you shed in the face of failure, and I hear the sighs when you feel overwhelmed. But I want you to understand one thing. Amidst all the busyness and trials, do not let your heart drift too far from me. No matter how busy you are, no matter how far life pulls you away, I only ask for one thing. Never forget that I am always here. Just one glance, one small whisper, one quiet moment thinking of me is enough to keep the sacred connection between us strong. My child, I'm not saddened by the mistakes you make. I'm not disappointed when you stumble or lose your way. What saddens me is when you do not acknowledge those mistakes before me. I do not expect you to be perfect, but I long for you to be truthful. When you try to hide your wounds, when you carry all your burdens alone without giving them to me, that is when I feel distant from you. My beloved, your weakness does not anger me. I am not upset because you are not strong enough. But what pierces my heart is when indifference begins to take root in yours. when you gradually forget the love I have for you, when you start to think you can live without me. That is when I feel abandoned. I do not demand perfection from you, but I deeply desire your honesty and trust. Remember those moments you've experienced, when you felt the sweet peace of my presence. The times when you felt unconditionally loved, sheltered, and protected. Those were not moments of perfection, but moments of surrender, when you let go of all your efforts and simply trusted in me. My child, I never require you to come to me in perfection. I only ask that you come to me in truth and humility. When you are weak, come to me. When you stumble, call on me. When you feel lost and directionless, remember that I am the light guiding your way. I never leave you, even when you feel you've gone too far. You don't need to wait until you're perfect to return to me. You don't need to cleanse all your mistakes before drawing near. Come to me now, with all that you have, with your wounds, your pains, and even your disappointments. I will be the one who heals you, the one who makes you new. My beloved child, I know life can make you tired and discouraged. I know there are days when you feel you don't have the strength to pray or read the scriptures. But even on those days, if you simply whisper, "Lord, I need you," I will hear and come to you. My presence does not depend on your perfection, but on your desire for me. My dear child, remember that faith is not a straight path. It is a journey filled with twists and turns, rugged roads, and moments when you feel lost. But what matters is that you do not give up. Keep moving forward, even when you feel weary. Keep seeking me, even when you cannot sense my presence. For I have promised that whoever seeks me will find me. My beloved child, do you know why I tested you yesterday? It was not to make you suffer or to show you that you are not good enough. I am not one who seeks to make you stumble. That trial was not a sign of my anger or rejection. On the contrary, it was a gentle reminder that I am always watching over you, that my heart longs for you to remember me in every moment of your life, even in the smallest things you might think are insignificant. My child, it is easy for you to come to me when you feel lost, when the storms of life overwhelm you, or when you need comfort, a miracle to overcome adversity. In those difficult moments, you cry out to me with a heart full of tears and longing, and I am there, listening to every sob, every whisper of yours, ready to lift you up in my loving arms. But I ask you this: when everything in your life is going well, when you no longer feel the weight of pressure, when you walk through peaceful days, do you still remember me? When you feel every door opening before you, when joy and success fill your steps, do you still seek me with humility and deep gratitude? My beloved, the challenge I set before you was not to see you fail, but to see how you would respond. It was not a harsh test to measure your worth, but an invitation for you to explore more deeply the relationship between you and me. Does your love and faith depend on your circumstances? Do you seek me only in times of need, or do you love me enough to invite me into the simplest, most ordinary moments of your life? I am not just the God of the storms. I am also the God of bright mornings and peaceful sunsets. I am not only there when you fall. I want to be present when you stand tall, when you laugh, and when you enjoy the good things I have given you. My love for you does not change with your circumstances, and I hope your love for me remains just as steadfast. My beloved, I know life can sweep you away with its busyness and concerns. I know you have responsibilities, relationships, and plans to fulfill. But I ask you this: Amid all the busyness, do you make time for me? When you wake up in the morning, do you remember me with a word of thanks for a new day? As you go through a long day, do you seek me for comfort and peace? And when night falls, do you entrust to me your worries, your hopes, and your dreams? I do not demand that you spend your entire day in prayer or reading the scriptures, but I desire a heart that is always turned toward me, a short whisper, a glance toward the heavens, a moment of pause to feel my presence. All of these mean so much to me. I do not measure your love by the amount of time you spend with me, but by the sincerity in each moment you think of me. My beloved child, I have seen your efforts, and I know you desire to do what is right, but sometimes, when everything seems to be going smoothly, your heart drifts a little away from me. It's not because you don't love me, but because you think you can walk on your own without my guidance in every small detail. I'm not angry about this, but I want you to understand that I don't just want to be the one you turn to in times of trouble. I want to be the one who walks with you in every breath, in every beat of your heart. Remember the stories in Scripture, my beloved. The people of Israel cried out to me when they were oppressed in Egypt, and I delivered them with mighty miracles. But when they were free, when they walked through the wilderness with all their needs met, they forgot me. They built idols and trusted in their own strength. But I never stopped loving them. I patiently waited for them to return, and each time they repented, I opened my arms to welcome them back. It is the same with you. I know that when you drift from me, it is not because you don't love me, but because life has swept you along. But today, I remind you that closeness with me is not something meant only for difficult days. It is the sacred connection I long for you to hold on to even in times of peace. Remember this: my love for you never fades. I am always here waiting for you to return, even if only for a brief moment to say, Lord, I know you are here. I don't need complicated rituals or lengthy prayers. I only desire a sincere heart, a grateful spirit, and a soul that continually seeks me. My beloved child, every challenge I bring your way is not to make you stumble, but to remind you that I am your only source of life. When you place me at the center of your life, everything else will find its rightful place. You will no longer feel burdened or confused in your decisions, for I will be the light guiding your path. When you invite me into the smallest details of your life, you will experience a peace that surpasses all understanding. I do not want you to live a life based on perfection, but a life rooted in relationship with me. When you fail, I am there to lift you up. When you succeed, I am there to share in your joy. When you are lost, I am there to lead you back. And when you don't know what to do, I am there to whisper into your heart, I am here. My beloved child, you must understand that every action, every choice you make, no matter how small, and even every fleeting thought in your mind holds unimaginable power in the spiritual realm. Your enemy doesn't need to drag you into darkness with a sudden blow. He doesn't need to cause a great wave to make you sink. He only needs to distract you long enough, bit by bit, in small, unnoticed moments, until your heart gradually drifts away from me. Do you realize this? Distance from me doesn't always come from obvious sins or great mistakes. Sometimes it starts with the smallest things, silent compromises within the soul. A slight neglect in prayer, a moment of delay in turning to me, or a time when you choose to listen to the world's voice over mine. Slowly, the dust of distraction settles over the relationship between you and me, until one day you find yourself feeling lost and don't know why. The enemy doesn't need to destroy you instantly. He only needs to make you forget my presence in the simplest moments. When you begin to think that you can face life on your own, when your faith in me is gradually replaced by confidence in your own abilities, that is when you start to drift away. I am not seeking a relationship built only upon life's storms. I don't want you to come to me solely when you're in trouble, when you need a miracle or a rescue. I want to be the one you think of first when you wake up each morning, the one you thank when you end a peaceful day. I want to walk with you in your happiest moments and in your most peaceful times, not just in the dark and difficult ones. My child, when you begin to notice these small things, you will realize that my presence has never left you. I am always there waiting for you to invite me into every moment of your life. It is not a burden, but a privilege to live each day with me, to walk alongside me, to know that no matter what happens, you are never alone. My beloved child, even the briefest moment when you do not acknowledge me does not go unnoticed, not because I am easily angered or because I need worship to affirm my worth. Do you think I am angry because I crave worship for myself? No, my child, I do not demand your love because I lack something. I am the Almighty, the creator of this universe, the one who can never be made incomplete or deficient. But I call for your love because I know that without me, you will stumble. It is not because I need your love, but because you need mine to stand firm in this world full of temptations and dangers. I ask for your devotion not for my glory, but for the protection of your soul. For I know that without my presence, the enemy will seek to fill the empty spaces you leave behind. Do not give him the chance. Do not let him convince you that skipping even a moment with me is insignificant, because it is in those small things that destinies are shaped. It is in those seemingly harmless choices that doors are opened to doubt, to fear creeping into your mind. He doesn't need to break you with a strong blow. He only needs to gently and quietly pull you away from me, bit by bit, until you no longer realize the distance has grown too great to return. My beloved child, I do not say these words to frighten you. I speak so that you may recognize the importance of every moment you give to me. I want you to understand that my love for you never changes, but our relationship needs to be nurtured daily. Just as a fire needs fuel to keep from dying out, your faith needs to be nourished by my word and my presence. Do you remember my words in the book of Revelation? Yet I hold this against you. You have forsaken the love you had at first. Revelation 2:4. I do not hold this against you because you have done wrong, but because you have allowed your love and faith to grow cold. I remember the early days when your heart burned for me, when every breath, every thought of yours was directed toward me. I long to see you return to that first love, a love unclouded by worries, unblurred by the distractions of life. My child, remember that the enemy will not attack you with things that are obvious and easy to recognize. He will come like a thief in the night, slipping through the smallest cracks in your heart. He will whisper, "Just for today, there's no need to pray. You can seek God tomorrow." And then tomorrow will turn into the day after, and before long you will realize how far you have drifted from me. I do not want that to happen to you. I have fought for your soul. I have shed my blood for you. And I do not want to see you lost because of small moments forgotten. You cannot fathom the importance of every single moment you spend with me. Every prayer, no matter how brief, is a thread that ties you to me. Every time you speak my name, you are strengthening the shield that protects your soul from the flaming arrows of the evil one. Remember the story of David, my beloved child. David was a man after my own heart. Yet even he stumbled when he distanced himself from my presence. When he stayed home instead of going to battle, when his eyes lingered on Bathsheba, that single moment of carelessness led to sin and grave consequences. But when David repented and returned to me, I forgave and restored him. I did not abandon him, just as I will never abandon you. But you must return to me before small mistakes become heavy burdens. My beloved child, I know this world is full of distractions. Work, family, friends, and countless responsibilities. They are all important, and I understand that you cannot devote all your time to me, but I ask only one thing. Place me at the center of everything you do. When you work, remember that it is I who give you strength. When you love others, know that this love flows from me. When you face hardships, trust that I am always by your side to uphold you. Let me be your first breath each morning and your last thought before you drift to sleep. Let every action you take, no matter how small, become an act of worship. For I am not only in churches or formal times of prayer, I am in every breath you take, in every beat of your heart. Do you know why I long to be with you? It is not to control or impose, but because I know that when you are near me, you will find the peace and wholeness that this world cannot give. I know that when you walk with me, nothing can make you stumble forever. You will face difficulties, but you will not be defeated. You will encounter trials, but you will never be alone. My beloved child, do not let the small moments pass without me. Do not let the enemy deceive you into thinking they don't matter, for it is in those very small moments that I am building a solid foundation for your faith. It is in those quiet prayers that I am preparing you for greater things. I see your heart. I know every beat within your chest, and I understand every thought hidden deep in your mind. I know that within you there is always a desire to do what is right, always a longing to live in a way that pleases me. But my child, remember this: good intentions, no matter how sincere, are meaningless without action. A love that remains only in thought, without being expressed in words or deeds, will forever stay hidden, unable to touch the heart of anyone, not even mine. A flame, no matter how brightly it burns at first, if left untended and without fuel, will slowly fade and vanish into the darkness. That is why I call you to acknowledge me in all your ways. I do not want to be just a part of your life when you face difficulties, nor do I wish to be merely the place you turn to when you need solutions. I want to be the center of every moment, every decision, and every breath you take. I want to walk with you through every joy and sorrow, through glorious successes and heartbreaking failures. I want to share everything with you, not just the heavy burdens, but also the small, everyday joys. If you feel too busy, do not hide from me. Say to me, Lord, today I am tired and overwhelmed, but I still remember you. I do not need long prayers or elaborate rituals. I only need to know that in the whirlwind of life, your heart has not forgotten me. If you feel weary, do not hesitate to confide in me. Say, Lord, today I feel exhausted and I don't know how to keep going. I am the one who gives strength to the weary, the one who lifts up the brokenhearted. When you acknowledge your weakness before me, it is not a sign of failure, but a sign of trust. I do not expect you to always be strong. I only desire that you know your strength lies in me. If you feel uncertain about the road ahead, do not remain silent. Speak to me. Lord, I don't know where to go or what to do. Please guide me. I am the light that illuminates your path, the one who leads you through every darkness. When you come to me in confusion and doubt, I will grant you wisdom far beyond human understanding. Do not let a single day pass without speaking to me, even if it is just a gentle whisper. Lord, I see you and I love you. This is not a strict demand, my beloved. It is an invitation from one who loves you so deeply that I do not want to miss a single moment of connection with you. Because I do not only want to hear from you when you need help, I want to hear your voice in the quietest moments, when all is well, when you simply wish to say that you are grateful for my presence in your life. I remember Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, when I walked among the trees in the cool of the day and spoke with them. Those were not conversations to solve problems or to issue commands. They were conversations born from pure love and intimate companionship. I long for that kind of relationship with you, a relationship built on love and closeness. Do you know, in the moments when you feel farthest from me, I am actually closest to you, but I cannot force you to open your heart. I cannot enter unless you invite me in. I am patient, but I also respect your freedom. I will always stand at the door and knock, but you must be the one to open it. Remember, the relationship between you and me is not a burden or a heavy responsibility. It is a source of strength, a place of refuge, a cool spring in the midst of a dry desert. When you spend time with me, you lose nothing. On the contrary, you will receive peace that surpasses all understanding, joy that no one can take away, and wisdom to help you overcome every challenge in life. Let me remind you of the story of Mary and Martha. While Martha was busy with housework, she became frustrated seeing Mary simply sitting at my feet, listening to my words. But I told Martha, Mary has chosen the better part, and it will not be taken away from her. Luke 10:42. My beloved child, the best part of your life is not the achievements or the tasks you complete. The best part is the time you spend with me. I do not want to be just a small part of your busy schedule. I want to be the center of everything you do. And that doesn't mean you have to abandon everything to live only in the church or pray all day. It means that in every task, every relationship, and every moment of life, you are aware of my presence and invite me to walk with you. Imagine your day beginning with a whisper, Lord, thank you for a new day. And as you work, you say, Lord, please guide me in every decision. When you face difficulties, you pray, Lord, I don't know what to do, but I trust that you do. And as the day ends, you whisper, thank you for being with me all day. My beloved child, I never grow weary of hearing your voice. I never tire when you draw near to me, even if it's just in simple whispers, because every time you call my name, I know your heart is still turned toward me. Right at this very moment, as you immerse yourself in these words, I am here, right beside you. My spirit wraps around you like a gentle, tender, yet powerful cloak. My presence does not merely linger in the space where you sit, but it permeates every breath you take, every beat of your heart. I know every worry you hold, every burden weighing on your heart that you've never shared with anyone. Do you think I do not understand the pressures you bear? Do you think the silent tears falling on your pillow each night have been forgotten in my eyes? My child, I see it all. I know it all, and I understand more deeply than anyone else in this world. I understand every feeling of disappointment, every moment you feel you're not enough, every time you wonder if anyone truly cares. I understand because I created you, breathed the breath of life into you, and have walked with you every step of the way since you were in your mother's womb. That is why I have given you my spirit. I do not want you to be alone on this challenging journey. I never intended for you to carry all your worries, pressures, and hardships by yourself. My Spirit is the comforter, the guide, the one who gives you strength when you feel exhausted. But, my beloved child, if you don't make room for me in your heart, how can I whisper words of comfort into your ear? If you don't turn back to me, how can I reach out, take your hand, and lead you through the darkest paths? I am not one who will force or demand you to choose me. My love for you is not a love of imposition or coercion. I am the one who respects your freedom, because I know that true love only holds value when it is given willingly. I will not knock on the door of your heart with anger or demands. I will not intrude into your life if you do not invite me in. But, my child, I will always be there, standing at the door of your heart, waiting with a love that never fades. I long for the moment when your eyes seek me, when your voice calls my name with sincerity and trust. Do you remember the story of the father in the parable of the prodigal son? That father did not run after his son when he left home. He did not force him to stay, nor did he use anger to draw him back. But he waited. Day after day, he watched the road, hoping to see the familiar figure of his child returning. And when the son finally came home, he did not rebuke him, nor did he judge him. Instead, he ran to him, embraced him, and held a feast to celebrate. My beloved child, I am like that father. I never take my eyes off you, and my arms are always open wide when you return to me. But, my child, do not wait until everything falls apart to seek me. Do not wait until your heart is broken, until all other doors have closed, to remember me. I long to walk with you, not only through the storms, but also on the bright, sunny days. I desire to share with you not only in sorrow, but also in the small joys of everyday life. When you receive good news, whisper your thanks to me. When you witness a beautiful sunset, remember that I painted that scene for you to admire. When you feel peace within your heart, know that it is my presence embracing you. My love is not reserved only for difficult moments, but for every single moment of your life. Do you know this? When you do not make space for me, your heart can easily be filled with other things: worry, fear, and the pressures of the world. The enemy is always lurking, looking for even the smallest cracks to plant seeds of doubt and insecurity. But when you let me dwell within your heart, there is no room for darkness to exist. My light will illuminate every hidden corner of your heart, and my peace will surpass all human understanding. My beloved child, do not let guilt keep you far from me. Do not let shame build invisible walls between your heart and mine. I am not the one who keeps a record of your mistakes, like a list of wrongs for you to bear. On the contrary, I am the Father who waits, who hopes, and who is always ready to open my arms when you return home. I do not see your failures as the sum of who you are. I do not judge you by your stumbles, or by the moments you have doubted me. I look at the perseverance in your heart, at the deep longing you have to keep walking even when your feet grow weary. I see the silent battles you face each day, the struggles that no one but I can know. I know the quiet thoughts that creep into your mind, the small voices in your heart that try to pull you away from me. I know there are times you wonder if I am still listening to your prayers. There are nights when you whisper in the darkness, unsure if your cries can break through the sky to reach me. But hear me, my beloved child. I have never stopped speaking to you. I have never left you, not even in the moments when you felt most alone. My voice still echoes, gentle yet powerful, waiting for you to quiet your heart long enough to hear it. Do you remember the story of Samuel in the Bible? When the boy Samuel was lying down in the temple, I called his name, but he did not recognize my voice. He ran to Eli thinking it was his teacher calling him. But when Eli realized it was my voice, he taught Samuel something simple yet powerful. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. Just like Samuel, there are times when you do not recognize my call because your mind is too occupied with the noises of the world. You are engrossed in worries, plans, and fears to the point that you forget I am calling your name every day. I speak to you constantly through the smallest signs, a word of encouragement from a friend, a warm ray of sunshine after a long stormy day, or even through the very challenges you are facing. But to hear me, you need to quiet your heart. You need to make space for me in this hurried life. It is not about spending hours in silence, but simply about those brief moments in the day when you pause to whisper, Lord, I know you are here. I am not seeking perfection from you. I do not expect you to always be strong or steadfast in your faith. I only long for you to be honest with yourself and with me. When you feel weak, tell me. When you feel lost, call my name. I am not as far from you as you think. Let today become a fresh start, deeper and more meaningful than any day before. Do not let these precious moments slip by unconsciously, while your heart is weighed down by the worries and busyness of life. Let today be the day you pause, not just to breathe, but to feel my gentle yet powerful presence beside you. Whisper, my name, my child. There's no need for a grand reason, no need for a list of things you want me to fix. Just call my name as a close friend would, as a child runs into the warm embrace of a father they trust completely. When you call my name with pure, selfless love, your heart will feel a deep peace that this world cannot give. Make space for me in your life, not because you think you have to, but because you cannot help but do so. When your heart longs for me, when your soul desires to be near me, that is when you are truly living. I am not looking for rigid rituals or empty prayers. I desire a genuine relationship with you, where you can come to me with all that you are, with your joys, your sorrows, your weaknesses, and even your victories. I promise you, when you open your heart to me, you will never seek in vain. When you search for me with all your heart, I will not hide in the shadows. I will draw near to you, clearer and more real than anything you have ever known. I will reveal myself to you, not just through great miracles, but through the small, meaningful moments of everyday life. My beloved child, as I prepare greater things for you, I am also shaping your soul so you can stand firm against the challenges ahead. You cannot fully grasp the plans I have set for you, but trust that every step you take is within my providence. The days to come will require from you more than simple faith. They will require a deeper, stronger relationship with me than ever before. The world out there is changing every day, and the enemy grows more cunning and bold with each step they take. They will do everything to shake your faith, but I am here to remind you, you are not alone. This is not the time for you to drift away from me or to lose yourself in the empty illusions of the world. This is the time for you to draw nearer to me, to hear clearly every whisper in your soul, every guidance I place within your heart. Your faith needs to be strengthened not just through prayers, but through every action, every thought, and every decision you make. I have laid a firm foundation in your heart, and now is the time for you to build upon that foundation. Each brick a steadfast symbol of faith, devotion, and love. Do not take my presence in your life lightly. Do not let the fleeting calls of the world dull the sacred connection between you and me. Temptations will always exist, creeping into every moment, every wavering thought of yours. But remember this: your strength does not come from what you have or what you can achieve, but from me, the one who created you and loves you unconditionally. I am calling you to rise higher, to surpass the limits you once believed impossible. I need you to be ready, with a heart unafraid of hardship, with a spirit that does not retreat in the face of challenges. My child, I love you with an unshakable love, even when you feel distant from me, even when you are engulfed in mistakes and failures. My love remains steadfast and unchanging. In my anger, that love never fades. It simply waits for you to recognize it and return to me. No matter how many times you stumble, my mercy is ever present. I do not demand perfection from you, but I long for you to have a humble heart, to recognize your mistakes, and to be willing to rise again from your failures. Each time you return to me, my heart overflows with joy, for I know that you are learning valuable lessons from those very stumbles. You need not fear the challenges ahead, for I am with you. You need not worry about the future, for your future rests in my hands. Let your heart be filled with the peace that only I can give. Do not let the worries of life dim the light of hope I have kindled within you. You were not born to live in fear or doubt, but to shine in my love and grace. I chose you before this world was formed, and I will never withdraw that choice. No matter how far you wander, no matter what you do, my love for you will never change. Remember, every difficulty you face is an opportunity for you to grow and become stronger. I do not promise that you will not encounter suffering, but I promise that I will walk with you every step of the way. Every tear you shed, I see. Every sigh you release, I hear. And every prayer, even the most silent one, I listen to and answer in the way that is best for you. Hold firmly to your faith and never give up hope. I have placed dreams and desires in your heart, not for you to abandon, but for you to pursue and fulfill. Do not let hardships discourage you, for I have given you the strength to overcome them all. You may not see the results of your efforts immediately, but trust that everything you do holds meaning within my greater plan. My beloved child, continue walking in faith and love. Let me guide you through the rugged paths, and I will show you wonders beyond your imagination. You were born to be a light in this dark world, to bring hope to those around you. Do not let anything stand in the way of fulfilling the mission I have entrusted to you. I am always here, with open arms, waiting for you to return whenever you need. My love for you is unconditional and eternal. No matter how many trials you go through, I will always be the place of peace for you to come back to. Remember that you are my child, and nothing can change that truth. My beloved child, I do not only long for you to come to me in silent moments of prayer, but I yearn to be known by you in every breath of your daily life. In every decision you make, in every loving glance you give to others, and in how you face the world around you, I want to be present in all those moments. The connection between you and me is not confined to heartfelt prayers, but is also reflected in the way you walk on the path of righteousness, in your willingness to listen when I gently correct you, and in your trust when I lead you through unfamiliar lands and challenges you have never faced before. There will be times, my child, when the noise of life will try to pull you away from my embrace. The busyness of work, worries about the future, and the temptations of the world will dim the gentle calling from me in your heart. The enemy does not want you to maintain this connection. He hopes you become lost in daily distractions, so that when you are weary, you forget that I am still waiting. He makes you believe that missing a moment with me is nothing to worry about, that time spent in prayer can be postponed for later. But my child, every moment with me is a precious gem on your journey of faith. Each time you choose to return to me, you are laying another solid stone for the foundation of your belief. Every time you recognize my presence in your life, you are opening the door of your heart for me to dwell, allowing my love and light to shine into every corner of your soul. This is not just a simple act. It is a declaration of the sacred bond between you and me, a reminder that you are never alone on this journey. Yet when you neglect this, when the days quietly pass without you seeking me, your heart begins to drift away from me slowly and silently. At first, you will not notice this change. Life will continue. You will still laugh, still do the familiar things. But one day, you will find that the small burdens become heavier. The peace that once ruled in your heart will slowly fade. The challenges you once faced with unwavering faith will now cause you to falter and doubt. This is the consequence when you do not remain in me. I have given you my word as a lamp to guide your every step, so that even in the deepest darkness, you can still hear my calling. I have given you my spirit to be the beacon that leads you in truth and light. But my child, I will not force you to listen. I will not impose my presence upon your heart. You must be the one to choose to open your heart, to prepare a place in your soul for me to enter and stay. If you do not actively seek me, the world will quickly fill that emptiness with fleeting and temporary things. It will offer you momentary pleasures, temporary satisfactions that make you think you are happy. But my child, those joys are like passing winds, leaving emptiness and loneliness in your heart. The world may promise you fulfillment, but only I can fill your soul with lasting peace and love that never fades. My beloved child, let me be the heartbeat within your heart, the breath in each day of your life. Do not let the busyness of life overshadow my light within you. When you feel lost, remember that I am still here, waiting for you to return. When you feel weary, lay your burdens upon my shoulders, for I am the one ready to carry all your worries. When you feel lonely, remember that I have never left you, and I have never let you walk this journey alone. Each time you choose to spend time with me, whether it's a brief prayer or a quiet moment of stillness, you are allowing me to enter and renew your soul. That is when I give you the strength to continue, when I inspire you to overcome challenges, and when I remind you that my love for you knows no bounds. Oh, my child, do not wait until things become difficult to seek me. Do not let the storms of life be the only reason you remember my protective embrace. Seek me in the most peaceful of days, in the seemingly ordinary moments, because it is in those very moments that the foundation of your faith is built for when the storms come. I love you, not only when you pray, but in every moment you live, in every beat of your heart. I long to walk with you, not only when you need help, but in every season of your life, when you are joyful, when you are sorrowful, when you are strong, and even when you are weak. For I am the one who never changes, and my love for you is eternal. Now I call you to offer me your heartfelt prayer. Dear Father, I bow before your holiness and infinite love. I acknowledge that I have neglected your presence in my life. I have allowed the busyness and worries of this world to carry me away, making me forget the one who gave me breath and life. Please forgive me for letting my heart drift away from you, for the moments I did not acknowledge you in every breath, in even the smallest decisions. I know that your love for me never changes, but I also understand that you, long for a sincere heart, a deep connection with me. Lord, I ask you to soften my heart and remind me of your presence every day. Help me not only to seek you in times of trouble, but also to offer gratitude and love to you in times of peace. Do not let me stray far from you, but guide me back with a humble and wholehearted spirit. I know that you are not angry at my weakness, but you are grieved when I do not acknowledge my mistakes before you. Today, I offer you my repentance from the depths of my heart. May your Holy Spirit guide me back to the righteous path and keep me always near to you. Lord, today, I open my heart wide and invite you into every moment of my life. Be the guiding light, the refuge when I am weak, and the joy in times of peace. Do not let me seek you only in difficult times, but help me to recognize your presence in every breath and thought. Teach me to listen to your voice in silence and to trust in your guidance, even when I cannot see the path ahead. I long to live in closeness with you every day. Dear Lord, please remind me that my relationship with you is not built on grand moments, but on every small action and daily acknowledgement. Even when I feel tired or discouraged, keep my heart connected to you, so I never forget that you are the only one who always loves and cares for me. Grant me strength to overcome the temptations and distractions of this world, so that each step I take is always directed towards you. I place my full trust in you and ask that you always guide me on the right path. Lord, I thank you for your constant presence in my life. Even when I forget you, you never abandon me. Today, I open my heart to know you more, not only in times of trouble, but also in times of peace. Help me remember that every breath I take is a gift from you, and each day I live is by your grace. Teach me to seek you in the smallest moments, so I never stray from your holy presence. Lord, refresh my heart and keep me close to you. Do not let me lose my way amidst the busyness and worries, but draw me nearer with your love and gentle guidance. Lord, I thank you for your unchanging love, even when I fail or feel weak. I ask that you guide me through life's challenges, so I may remain faithful to you. Protect me from worldly distractions and temptations, and keep my soul connected to you. When I feel weary, give me strength. When I feel lost, illuminate my path. When I am weak, be my source of strength so I can stand firm. Lord, I surrender everything into your hands and trust in your guidance for every step I take. Keep my heart faithful and close to you no matter how life changes. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you love the Lord, don't forget to click subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss meaningful and life-giving messages from God. Together, we will grow in faith and live a life fulfilled in His love. Amen.